Hey, if you make mistakes, we're not going to judge you. But please don't make these ones when you move into Massachusetts. Hi everyone, my name is Matt Swierk. I'm a local real estate expert right here in Massachusetts with the Legacy Star team powered by Keller Williams Realty. Now, welcome to our channel. If this is the first time you've come here, definitely hit that subscribe button, click that little bell. Every time we make a video, you're going to get notified. Now, we greatly appreciate you checking out these videos. We have so much fun making them. What's it all about? We talk everything from eating, sleeping, drinking, playing, common mistakes not to make when you come moving to Massachusetts. So you have questions, we have answers. Reach out to us any way possible. Just remember, when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back. All right, so here we are. We're talking about some of the mistakes that people make when moving to Massachusetts, right? We don't want to keep putting all these negative videos out there. However, we think it's important just to give people a heads up. The first thing we want to talk about is when it comes to the Massachusetts, biggest assumption people make and one of the mistakes people make is that everything is super expensive, right? Now, things cost money, right? Wherever you are right here, right now, stop for a second. Think about the last time you went to the grocery store, how much you paid for sliced turkey, how much your pickles were, how much your coffee was. Everything's going up, right? That's just the nature of the world. However, here in Massachusetts, yes, we talk about higher taxes and some of the things here, but not everything is overinflated and overly expensive, right? Just like with any city, the closer you get, the more expensive it's going to be. But Massachusetts has a lot of affordable areas. You can take, we talk quite a bit about North Central Mass that we have, which is Merrimack Valley area. I shouldn't bring that up because there's a couple high-priced communities in that area. But North Central Mass, definitely North Central Mass, Western Massachusetts. We don't get a lot of love for people coming to Massachusetts thinking about going out west. Western Massachusetts, absolutely beautiful. And all the people that we have out there saying, hey guys, don't forget about us. You're absolutely right. We have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful places out in the Berkshires. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And you can get great values there. You can get great values in North Central Mass. If you're looking for a great deal, you just got to look, right? They're out there. So not everything is over expensive. You might get a little bit of sticker shock when you first come here, but we always talk about our wages, always support our, all the other costs we have. So don't assume that everything is going to be so expensive that you're going to go bankrupt on day 2 coming here to Massachusetts. Okay, perfect. So number 2, I think one of the mistakes people make when they're looking to come here is not really considering whether you're going to buy a house or you're going to rent a house. Now, this market, like a lot of markets across the country, it's very, I'm going to say it's a little alarming, right? And the reason I say it's alarming is that most people could rent a house, I take that back, not rent a house. Most people could rent a place, not spend too much money compared to a mortgage, and you're kind of saving money. I know you're not necessarily paying down your own mortgage when you rent with someone, but you still could kind of, save some money and still, live successfully without, having this big mortgage payment. Well, in Massachusetts, we see a lot of places where the rent is almost the same as far as mortgage, depending on where you are. So that's something we have a lot of people that reach out to us immediately thinking, hey, I want to rent. And we get it. You definitely are thinking about renting because you're not sure about the areas. What is Massachusetts all about, right? So I get the fact that people come initially that want to rent. However, we're finding a lot of people saying, you know what, I'm going to buy here because I'm going to be there for at least, a handful of years. They understand that investing in real estate is a great thing as far as overall wealth building. So we have some people saying, you know what, I'll just buy a small condo, and if I don't like it, I'll just end up renting it out, and then I still have a place I can go back to if I ever want to come back to visit. So I think it's really important to keep all your options open of, does it make sense to buy? Does it make sense to rent? And just go in with an open mind, right? We're open. We're not as closed-minded as people say we are, so we'll be open-minded. We want you to be open-minded too. Okay, perfect. All right, number 3. This is more, I don't know, Tyler and I were kind of laughing about this one. I think this is a little bit more of a personal thing, but one of the things you got to be careful about, and this isn't really just Massachusetts. This is moving tip in general, right? So one of the things you gotta think about is how much stuff are you actually bringing, right? Like, don't assume you need every single thing you've ever had in your entire life to be successful in life. Right? Like, we all do this. Like, imagine I had a family member that was moving, and they said, "Hey, can we store some things in your attic?" And I said, No, you're not putting anything there. And they said, well, that's not really fair. Like, you have tons of space. And I said, because you're going to leave that there, and it's going to sit there forever. And then when I'm dead, my family has to clean out my house. Like, they're throwing your headboard away, right? We keep so many things. So don't pack up your entire life to come here and move. I had a funny story. I relocated to Arizona, and then I went up to Seattle. When I relocated down to Arizona, we rented the U-Haul. We towed the cars behind us. It was awesome. But then when I moved up to Seattle, I just had my little tiny two-door red Cavalier. So I was like, I'm not renting another vehicle. I was pitching my pennies. So I literally like donated almost all my stuff. And from that point in time, like, I kind of was a nomad, and I was able to travel lightly. So really think about that. Like, do you need all that stuff wherever you're going? Hopefully you're coming here. And Tyler's shaking his head over there. No, you don't. So you know what? You want things, buy them, satisfy them in life. But you know what? Donate them. Don't hang on to everything. Keep everything circulated, right? Keep the law of circulation, the law of money moving. Okay, so the fourth thing we want to talk about is assuming that Boston is the center of Massachusetts and that's the epicenter. Right? So I'm going to talk about New York City, right? And I might be a little naive as far as New York City is concerned. But when I think New York, like, that's the center, that's New York, that's the hub, like, everything is there. And if you really think about it, like, everything is there. Massachusetts is very different, and Boston is different, that the city is spread out a little bit, and the state is spread out as well. And you're not going to just be going after, Boston proper to be able to enjoy everything that the state has to offer, right? Like, and you could say that about New York. You have upstate that's a little bit different. I'm not going to get back. We're not doing New York versus Massachusetts video. We've done that before, and we get lots of interesting feedback on those ones. So I don't want to get those comments coming in. But that's something you want to think about, is that we're pretty spread out. And I remember one of the other videos we did. I was shocked when I went to New York, and I was like, wow, like, it's all right there. And it was like, whoa. And then I think about our landscape and our city view. It's like, we're not like this. We're like, woo. So, like, we have a pretty spread out skyline. We got a pretty spread out everything here. So you're going to have so many more things just than Boston. So don't make the assumption that you have to be in downtown Boston for everything. We got lots of great things everywhere. Okay. The fifth thing we want to talk about is really don't make the mistake of thinking you have lots and lots of time. Yes, it takes preparation, right? We can find things pretty quickly for you. We can make things happen. We have some great contacts and some great team members that can happen in a flash. However, we're seeing some people that are coming unprepared just because they have the... Now, I love this, right? You get the thought in your mind. You're like, all right, let's make a decision and go. However, you want to really make sure that there's a lot of logistics that have to be figured out here, right? So even with, people coming, we've helped people buy homes without actually stepping foot in the state. We've had them rent without stepping foot in the state. There's a lot of coordinating that needs to happen to make that happen. As far as our schedules with you, as far as coordinating to go see things. So that's just with the house itself, right? Whether it's to buy or to rent, never mind employment, understanding the areas, understanding traffic patterns, understanding all the different amenities that we have. So one of the things we love is, we love all the people reaching out to us, but when there's someone that's like, I don't really know where I want to go, number one, we have to be careful, and anyone that's talked to me knows, I'm like, hey, listen, we're not going to steer you. That's illegal to say, well, you should be here. We want to find out exactly what your wants, your needs, your lifestyle is going to be, so that way we can say, all right, well, if you're looking for this type of commute, then you want to be here. If you're looking for this type of school system, you want to be here. What is your lifestyle going to demand, that we can make sure that you look at a couple different communities so you can make the best decision possible. So definitely give yourself time, when it comes to making any type of an actual move, picking up and moving, or just coming in for a quick visit. All right, so that was just 5 quick little things as far as moving into Massachusetts. Some of them are basic, some of them are specific to our city. But listen, like I said, we love when people reach out to us. We have a lot of people reaching out. Sometimes we get overwhelmed. We'll get back to you as quick as we can. We put new systems into place. This is really fun for us. It's an honor to be able to present this information. So with all the questions you have, we have tons of answers as well. Reach us any way possible. And the biggest thing you got to remember, when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back.